Germany is a parliamentary democracy governed under the Constitution of 1949, which became the Constitution of a United Germany in 1990. The federal president is the head of state but has little influence on government. The president is elected for a 5-year term by a federal convention, which meets only for the purpose and consists of the Bundestag and an equal number of members elected by the state parliaments. The chancellor, elected by an absolute majority of the Bundestag for a 4-year term, is the head of government. The Bundesrat, or Federal Council, has 69 seats, with each state having 3 to 6 representatives depending on the state's population. The Bundestag, or Federal Assembly, has 614 deputies who are elected for 4 years using a mixed system of proportional representation and direct voting. Germany is divided into 16 states. Each state has its own constitution, legislature, and government which can pass laws on all matters except those such as defense, foreign affairs, and finance that are the exclusive right of the federal government. Under the German Constitution, there are many rights that citizens have. The rights are protection of human dignity, rights of liberty, equality before the law, freedom of faith, freedom of expression, freedom of education, freedom of assembly, freedom of association, privacy of letters, post, and telecommunications, right to choose an occupation, inviolability of the home, property right of inheritance, taking of property, right of petition, and restrictions of individual basic rights through legislation.
The unemployment rate in Germany is between 5 and 6%. The average income is 30,000 euros a year, or about 40,000 US dollars. They have progressive tax for income, which means if they make more money that year, they're going to pay more from taxes. They have a 19% sales tax, and part of their sales tax and progressive income tax is solidarity tax to help rebuild East Germany. To make policies for their economy, they have 3 positions to decide them. The 3 positions are almost always held by at least 2 different social parties. Policies include the views of at least 2 social parties that way to make them fair for everyone. They rely on their industrial export to drive their economy, and they are the world's largest exporter. They say they have the best economy in all of Europe, and they say that that is because they learned from other countries' mistakes so they don't make the same ones. Their GDP has rose since 1991 and is currently at 2.645 trillion euros, or $3.455 trillion.
The relationship that Germany has with the world is the only enemy is Al-Qaeda, and its allies are the countries in NATO. Germany is surrounded by the countries of Denmark, Poland, the Czech Republic, Austria, Switzerland, France, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Germany and America have this special relationship, being enemies in the first 2 world wars and now being allies and trade partners. Germany takes a huge part in the United Nations. It's the 3rd largest contributor to the budget. Example, it's sending soldiers to the wars and its police sending the police on peace missions. Germany joined September 18, 1973. I believe buying a house in Germany is a wise decision because they are the biggest contributor to solar energy in the world, with many of their houses containing solar panels on top. German housing is unlike any American house, with the farmhouses being 1 story to the city houses being 2 to 3 stories. This is because Germany has a limited amount of land. Germany, in retrospect, is about the size of Iowa and Minnesota combined. In Germany, there are cities, there are towns, and then there are villages. Bigger German cities, such as Munich, have tourist shops, compared to a village which would have shops that citizens would go and buy their groceries from. German citizens usually buy what the supplies they need for that night's dinner, that day's lunch, etc. This is because Germans usually make their decisions on what they're going to eat that day. Only in the bigger cities will you find supermarkets. In the smaller towns you're going to find bakeries, meat markets, etc. German is also an easy language to pick up, not to mention most of the people in Germany speak English. I believe anybody who has the chance to move to Germany should, because Germany is an amazing country.